I do that one more time. I repeat the whole thing. You go to insert. When you go to insert, you will see the pivot table command. That is the very first command in the bar below the main command bar. And in the pivot table, when you click on that, this will give you the option of selecting the master table. That is a master table range that we want to have. And from that, it will further ask you that where you want to locate the pivot table. Now, since I've already done that, I will just work on these fields which I have. Since I was already working on this table, it is fetching the same command. So it automatically it is putting in the roll number in the sum and the values, but I don't want to have it in the values. So let me first select and then I make the change. But you just see the change which is happening simultaneously as in when I'm selecting these fields from the pivot table, right? So if you see when I selected the roll number, you see that class wise they have given me the sum of the roll number. This sum is coming because as of now this roll number is coming in the values, but I don't want to have, because summation of a roll number doesn't make any sense. But when you talk about summation of a marks, it does make a sense. So I will just make it back. I don't want the sum of the roll numbers. Then you can see I have the class also. It has given me the class starting from 5th, 1st, 4th. It is not sorted. I can sort that also. But let me just work with the data first of all. Then I have, so let me just first have the names, and you see the names will come in that table. Further, if I have, and now you see automatically the names are coming in the row, right? If you see the sections very carefully, there are 4 sections appearing in the pivot table: report, filter, column label, row label, and the values. So this was what I was talking about. Report filter is basically to filter the data from the master table. Supposingly, you just want to have the marks of the students from the first class. So what you can do, if you just write class in the filter column, it will report filter accordingly, right? So if you see the first table is over here and the filter box has appeared at the top of the class. So if I just select say 5th, you will see that only those students who are there in the 5th class will be appearing over here. That is Bob and Gary. And I can also check this from this table, and that is the reason I wanted to have pivot table along with my master table, just to check the result which I'm getting in the pivot table. So I selected the name and the class, and I then made a filter on the class, not on the name. So I just want to have the names of the student who are there in the 5th class. And you see both Bob and Gary, they are okay, there are 2 Garys, one with single R and one with a double R. So it has only given me that Gary who's there in the 5th class. So if I just highlight that, you can easily see the selection made by pivot table depending on the filter criteria. In a similar manner, if I just go back again and I want to have marks as well. So you will see that as per the filter criteria, it will give me marks also for the same students from the 5th class. And automatically, if you see, I didn't give any command for the totaling of the marks. It has automatically given me marks for marks 1. Reason being, in the value section, if you see, it has automatically taken sum of marks 1. In a similar manner, if I put marks 2, marks 3, marks 4, marks 5, you will see the change in the table accordingly. So the best part of pivot table is that we need not, now this table which is dependent on a criteria, which can be any depending on a situation or depending on the objective, can't be made as a master table because we do not know how we have to use this data. We do not know, as a manager, what my boss will be asking for. So as an executive, employee, I will simply have this table with me with the whole data. So all the roll numbers, all the names, all the classes, the whole marks will come in the table. And then depending on what I'm asked to fetch, I will give that command, I'll give that criteria in the pivot table and only make a table for the students or for the class which I want to see. That is the best advantage or the best part of the pivot table, because we don't have to make a table again and again. In a similar manner, if I just I can also do another thing. Okay, another thing, did you notice that the moment I'm there in the pivot table, only then this pivot table field list will appear. The moment I go step out of this range, that table field list which was appearing will not appear, right? So if I go back to the this particular table again, you will see the list appearing, which will show me the 4 sections. I can make a change depending on my option. I can, if I just want, since I don't have much fields over here, I can also have class over here. If I want to have class over here, just see what happens. Now if you see, I have removed class from the filter section and I have put that class in the row label. Now you will see the change depending on the selection of a field in these 4 sections. Automatically you will see the change, corresponding change happening in the pivot table. And row basically means the row labels, and the column labels. Okay, we have put values over there. If I don't want to have values, I can also do a change like that. So if I, let me just remove the values, and I don't want to have values over there. Let me put name in the column, and then you will see a corresponding change on the in the table. So earlier, if I just drag name in the row, you will see both name and the class is appearing in the row, and there are different row labels. And if you see, there are further minus sections over here. You see the minus sign. This is nothing but the expansion sign. If I don't want to see the names, I can also do like this, just to compact my table, right? If I just do that, so I can do like that, and I can simply compact my table, but only when there is a need to show the detail of the students in the first or the other class. I can show details by clicking on the plus sign. So you will see that plus sign means I want to expand. So if I just click on the plus sign, you will see the students in the 5th class will appear over here. And the plus sign has become minus sign. If I just click that on minus sign, it will go back to the original form, right? So this was in the row label. Now if I just do the same, if I drag name in the column label, you will see a change happening over there, because now names will appear as the column label. So the point is this, as and when we want to have a table, because you never know what could be the criteria, what choice we have in looking at the table. So whatever the situation is, we can easily select these options. I can sort them. I can also, let me just click on them. So if I just say, okay, so it has already selected all. So if I just deselect them, let me see what happens. So it can't be only one, it has to be all in any case. But let me see what happens if I just select one. Okay, so it has only selected the 5th option as per my choice. Did you notice that? So if I go to the row label one more time, since I wanted to have only data for the 5th class, it has given me the option like that. But if I select 5th, 4th, 2nd, and so on, and maybe more than the previous choice, this will give me data according to that. Now if I just select the marks also, because that is what makes sense, and if you see, they are automatically coming in the values. So Excel, these sections of report filter, not report filter, but the value will automatically see that which field should be coming in which section. And since in values we talk about with the processing of numbers, we won't be processing the name, but yes, we may have a need to count the name. That also we'll see after this pivot table. But the point which I'm trying to tell you over here is that automatically it will fetch marks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the value section of the pivot table. All right. Now, since in this case I have given the option of let me just select the others also, so that we can have their marks as well. So if I just do that, and I hope there is no okay, so I got this. So I have this class, okay, values here, there also. I don't want values to be there. Okay, so if I just, so I will simply drag marks here, and you will see now marks are coming for the individual sections. That's okay, and they're coming in column wise, if you notice, right? So if I just select marks accordingly, this will give me the section in that. But another thing I want to tell that whenever you're working with the multiple questions in a pivot table, always prefer to make a separate pivot table for each question. Sometimes what happens when you're trying to do, if there are 5 questions in one pivot table and you're trying to do all 5 in one table, it will give you something, but whatever you get in a table, that may not you may get confused that where is my previous result and where is the second result and so on. So the norm is that whatever questions we are having for the pivot table, we always prefer to have a separate table for the individual questions. Similarly, I want to have another option over here. So I will make a new pivot table just for the for the clarity. So I'll say insert. I go to pivot table, and this time I have the same selection. I have the existing worksheet, and I'm going to make a table over here. So for this particular scenario, if I just drag this down, you can now see clearly. Now this time I am going to work with the names. So I say names, and the same name I want to put in the values also. Now, if you see what has happened, it has done some calculation for the names also, but it hasn't worked with the alphabets of the names. It has just counted the names that are individual or that are duplicate. So if you see, black is just one student. There are 2 people with the name Bob, and I can check that is indeed there are 2 people with the same name as Bob. So the only aim of having this master table in the same sheet was to check the result that we are getting, whether it is right or wrong. So if I just click on the table one more time, you will get that window again, and you can actually see the results. So black is appearing 1, Bob is 2 times, Gary is 1, Geeta is appearing for 3 times, and we can actually check on that also. So if I just go back to my table, you will see indeed Geeta is appearing for 3 times in that data. It may be, and it is there in the same class also, right? But it may be a scenario, it may be she's there in different class, so that also we can do. So coming back to this pivot table that I got, so all the other people, Ram is appearing 2 times, Mohan is appearing 3 times, and accordingly White is appearing 2 times, and accordingly it has given me the grand total of the names, right? So this was another thing which I wanted to tell. Another point which we can do, if I go back to my previous table which I was working on, let me just change it. If I can also try to work with the, let me make it more okay, let me work with this. If I just have more names, it will, because there are more spaces where we can utilize those spaces. So if I have class also, let's have this. So now you can see that class wise they have given me the division of the names. So there is 1 black appearing in the 6th class. There's 1 Bob in 1st and 1 Bob in 7th. There are 3 students with the name Geeta is appearing in the 2nd class. Further, if I do the interpretation, you see second number as well. So Mohan is there are 2 students with the same name Mohan appearing in the 3rd class, and there is 1. If I go further, that's right. So 1 is there in the 1st class, and 2 are there in the 3rd class. And at the end, if you see, it is automatically giving me the grand total, both row wise and column wise. So that advantage we have wherein we can work around with the data that we have made in the master table, and that that again depends on the situation. As of now, we haven't done any main question on that. We were just playing around with the different options which are available in the pivot table, just to make you more apprised about the different options that we have in the pivot table.